Welcome to your Saturday workout, ladies. So today we're going to be training back. Back is a massively important muscle to shape. It gives us the illusion of a slimmer waist. Now, as we become menopausal, our fat tends to increase here around our midriff. It can be so frustrating. So here is the answer to a great back. First of all, use bands. Bands are incredibly important. They help to shape the back. You have to secure them. Let me show you. So you always want to make sure, if you're working your back, that it's attached up the top. You can get door attachments and put them through a door frame, but the most important thing is that it is secure. Can you see how I've double knotted it around the radiator at the top? Really, really essential. So if you have any queries about how to purchase the bands, let us know. You can find them on Amazon. You can find them with most sports suppliers will have resistance bands now, and it isn't a light alternative to a dumbbell. On top of that, we're using these today. So you want to make sure you have your resistance bands for your legs. So I suggest a medium one and then a thicker one. Okay, so you can buy these on Amazon or any reputable sports shop. Okay, so we are doing 20 reps today as a circuit with each specific exercise. So listen carefully to the teaching points as I go through the workout itself. Teaching points, technique, so relevant for body shaping. Here we go, ladies. So seated below, I would pop your hands through the center so you get a little bit more tension. Now I always warm up within the range of movement that I'm going to work. Lean slightly forward, pulling down to the side, hold and release. Breathing out, hold, breathe in. Breathe out, hold, breathe in. And again, pull it down, squeeze and release. Now as you do this, I want the elbows to the side, the fingertips are relaxed, you're pulling, you hold gently, keeping the elbows back and then release up, pulling the tummy in, leaning forward from the hip. The most important thing is to relax those fingers so you pull with the back. So breathe in, breathe out and squeeze. Breathe in, breathe out and squeeze. And again, take it all the way up and pull it down. You've got 20, breathe in, breathe out, squeeze at the bottom. Now imagine those shoulder blades. So as you go up, you lengthen. As you pull down, you contract and squeeze the shoulder blades together. So you breathe in as you go up, breathe out as you pull down. Pull in the tummy, stick the chest out, looking slightly forward with the chin slightly down towards the floor. You breathe in, you go up, you breathe out and you squeeze together. You breathe in, up, you breathe out and you squeeze together. Take it up, breathe and squeeze and hold. So to work the middle of the back, we need to have the attachment directly in front. So if you can imagine you are rowing a boat, you're going to pull back, hold and then release forward slowly. Now the technique here is to bend the knees, to lift up, pelvic floor muscle really tight. So remember the elevator, lift it up ladies, retract the shoulders back, stick the chest out, lift up as if there's a piece of string pulling you up through the top of the head, sucking the tummy in. Now the bottom is not tucked underneath as you would do for ballet or Pilates. It is extended slightly behind, but the bottom is tight and squeezed. So take the bands, wrap them around once and twice. So we've got a fair amount of tension here. Don't forget you've done your warm-up set there. Retract your shoulders back, release the fingers, pull back and hold. Then gently release forward. So you're going to breathe out, hold, breathe in, looking forward. Now if you're finding the tension is too little, step away. Again, breathe out, squeeze back, contract through the middle of the back and then release. Breathe out, squeeze back, hold and then release. Fingers, again, really loose. Pull back, hold. Keep going till you've done 20. So technique, squeeze it back and hold and then release forward. Now the arms come directly out in front. As you pull back, you stick the chest out, but notice this part of the arm scrapes against the torso. We're not doing this. We're not twisting, we're not this. You've got to have the arms scraping against the torso as you pull back. Keep going until you've done 20, ladies. So shoulders back, tummy in, make sure you've got the right amount of tension without pulling with the forearm. You don't want the forearm flexors involved. You want to feel as though you're pulling with your scapula, retracting it back towards the spine, hold and release. Now this is such an important postural exercise. Squeeze here, hold, slowly release. And again, breathe out and squeeze, breathe in and release. And again, breathe out and squeeze it back, hold, breathe in and release. Bend the knees. And again, breathe out, squeeze it back and hold, slowly release. And again, breathe out, squeeze it back and hold, gently release, keep it going. And pull, breathe, release. And again, pull, breathe and squeeze and release. Once you've done your 20, I then want you to go back to this one, all right? Only you're going to turn around and face away from the handles. Now this is going to retract your shoulders back a little bit more than previously. You have to focus on your technique. So quite often if you go to a gym environment, you'll see people pulling things down, not lifted within their body, not keeping their body posturally correct. Now being posturally correct, whilst it may seem a little bit fussy, is vital, absolutely vital. So if you are facing away, and just take the arms back behind you, take a hold of the handles. So you see how my arm is bent at full extension. We need to increase that. So you need to work your hands up the bands until your arm is fully extended. All right, it's really important to get that stretch. Can you see how the underneath of the armpit is stretched? You're then pulling down to the side. You hold that position, squeezing the shoulder blades, placing the feet down on the floor. Take the legs a little bit wider, makes the position a little bit more effective. So you're squeezing here, squeeze the shoulder blades back, breathe in, let the arms go up to full extension, breathe out and pull down. Breathing in and breathing out and squeeze. Pull the tummy in, lean forward slightly from the hips. Make sure the back is straight, so the spine is straight. So what this does is pull the shoulder blade back more, which actually helps with posture. So you breathe out as if there's a bar going down behind the neck, you hold it here, and you breathe in and let that stretch happen. Now, as the stretch happens, ladies, continue. You want to feel as though this part of the back is being stretched. So it's not the front bit of the armpit, it's just around the back. So if you took your hand and you placed it into the armpit with the thumb up, the fingers around the back, that is the aspect of the back you're working. That's called your latissimus dorsi, and it will give you that beautiful V shape. The other thing to be aware of, ladies, is that beautiful V shapes don't happen overnight. You're looking at 6 months to get that shaping coming through. 6 months of eating the right food. Doesn't mean dieting. It means having a varied diet with a lot of good fats, carbohydrates as well. Yes, lady, carbs are important. As long as it's not white pasta and bread, you're absolutely fine. So breathe out, squeeze it down, and breathe in and release. And again, breathe out, squeeze it down, breathe in and release. Keep that consistency going until you've done 20. When you've done your 20, arms down, give your shoulders a bit of a roll, and you're back into your rows. Only this time, with our row, we're going to be doing a wide grip row. Now, a wide grip row is hands out in front, so if you mimic this first, all right? So this is a wide grip row. Pull to here, yeah? This is going to be shaping the upper back, the rear delt, the rhomboids, and the trapezius. So again, make sure you've got enough tension here. So you pull back, you hold, wide grip, release forward slowly. Pull back, hold, make sure the knees are bent. Wide grip, release forward slowly. And again, breathing out, hold, and breathe in. And again, breathe out, hold, pull the tummy in, stick the bum back, and release. And again, breathe out, hold it here, and slowly release. And again, breathing out, hold it, squeeze it, and release. And again, breathe out, hold it, squeeze it, and release. And again, looking down slightly at the floor, hold at the top, gently release forward, and again, pull it back, hold, squeeze, release, and again, pull it back, hold, squeeze, and release, and again, pull it back, hold, squeeze, and release until you've done 20. When you've done your 20, you're going to circle your shoulders around. You're going to drop your head down, put the fingertips on the back of the head and breathe. This bit is really important. Lengthening through the back of the neck, into the shoulders, into the traps. Wrap the elbows around the ears, hold it there. And release. Roll those shoulders around and you are down on the floor. So we're going to start with abs. You want to make sure that your back feels comfortable. So lying down, you're going to stretch up in front, take one arm over and stretch this part of the back. So pulling the arm across in front of you, arms up, same thing on the other side, hold it here. Fingertips behind the head, contract the bottom, pull the tummy in towards the floor, lift the head up and hold. From here you breathe out and you breathe in. You lift up and down. Keep a gap between the chin and the chest. Lift and squeeze and down. Press the heels into the floor. Squeeze the bums. You're activating through the back of the leg and the bottom. And lift and down. You've got 20. Squeeze and squeeze. So you're going directly up. It's a small movement, but with every squeeze, you want to be flattening that back directly into the floor. Lift and lift. Keep going. Breathe out. In. Breathe out. In, lift, down, up, down for 20. So there's a little hold, it's a pause rep at the top, hold. Because if you're only using momentum, then you're not actually getting the muscle to contract. So the idea is to pause that momentum at the top, then release down slowly. So pause at the top and then release down slowly. Hug those knees in towards the chest, hold it here. Extending one leg at a time. So you're going to extend just until you feel a pull in your lower abs. Now with this one, I always say to my ladies to put their hands gently above the pubic bone. All right, now squeeze your bottom and make sure that you feel as though your lower back is pushing into the floor. Now if you feel you can extend your legs further, then let them go further. If you can straighten them, that's great. You don't want to pull too much through the hip flexor. You want the movement coming through the abs, yeah? So the more you straighten the leg, the more pressure on the hip flexor. You've got arthritis, just be careful, nice and slowly. Breathing in, breathing out, keeping it going. That's it, until you've done 20, it's only 10 on each side. Then hug those knees in towards the chest. I want you to try, first of all, glute bridges without the band, then with. It's my favourite exercise. And the reason why, it works all the big muscles of the legs, plus the bum, which is the biggest muscle of the body, and it's the one that we tend to hold more fat on as we age. So breathe in, as we breathe out, contract through your glutes, push up into a bridge and hold here. Breathe in, breathe out, squeeze your bum cheeks, and then you're going to roll down through the spine. Feel every vertebrae. So you're going to drive up, push the pubic bone nice and high, hold at the top, squeeze it up higher, and then take it down. So looking at the ceiling, breathing out, push it up, and breathe in, rock it down. And again, push it up nice and high, and then take it low. And breathe out, breathe in. You've got 20 of these. Lift it up, squeeze, slowly down. And again, breathe out and lift, gently down. And breathe out and lift, gently down. Keep it going and squeeze it up, slowly down. And breathe out, breathe in. And breathe out, breathe in. And again, squeeze it up, push high, slowly down. And again, breathe out, lift, gently down. And again, push it high, squeeze, and low. And again, push it high, squeeze, and low. And again, push it high, up, slowly down. And again, high, up, slowly down. And hug your knees slowly into the chest. Now this is when you're going to need to add your band. So it's about taking up the intensity nice and gently. It's not about doing everything ridiculously quickly. It's about doing everything cleverly, intelligently, to really get what's called exercise progression. And this is why bands are so good. All right, so the band that we need first is going to be the medium one, which is my red. So let's pop this one on. Open up the legs. Take the heels behind the bottom. You're going to do exactly the same thing. Let's remove this one over here. Okay, so you're going to push up, hold at the top. Then you're going to take the knees wide. You're going to rock onto the side of the feet, back to the centre and down. Up. Now this time we're going faster. We've warmed up the spine. We've warmed up the glutes without using the bands. Now we're using hamstring, calf, glute, back. We're also working the side of the bottom by pushing the knees out. So we go, breathe out, push, breathe in and down. Breathe out, push, breathe in and down. Up, squeeze. Now imagine there's a £50 note and it is right between your bum cheeks. You've got to hang on to that for dear life. Okay, let's go. Squeeze it higher, push it and release. Up and release. Again, lift and squeeze. Slowly down, push, out and in. And lift, push and in. Squeeze it, lift it, squeeze and down. Up, push and down. Last one. Now you're going to hold it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it here. Push your pubic bone higher. Roll it down. Hug those knees in towards the chest. Okay, that should have been a nice little bit. You should have felt really tight there. Tension coming through the glutes. We're going to stretch it out. All right, so to stretch it out, one leg over here, you're going to take your hand and push the knee out. Breathe in and breathe out and relax through the shoulders. Same thing on the other side. Take the leg up, put the foot over the knee and press the knee gently out to the side. Okay, so your next set is with a thicker band. You're going to pop the band on the leg. Exactly the same technique. So you're going to push up, press the knee out, take it in and down. Drive through the heel, push it out, take it up and down. So you breathe out, push and in, up, push and in. Again, drive it up, push it out and in. You've got 20. Press through the heel and down. Keep looking directly at the ceiling as you do the exercise. Push and down, drive up, press and down. Rolling on to the side of the feet. Breathe out, push, breathe in, up, push and down. Drive up, push and down. Keep going till you've done 20. So by using a thicker band, you're increasing the exercise intensity without putting pressure through the joints. You're also stimulating testosterone, you're stimulating human growth hormone, you are also stimulating endorphins, you are also increasing your dopamine. All these things are so important for you to feel good. You're improving your insulin resistance, having to normalize blood sugar. Fantastic, because in the menopause, sometimes with the hormones changing as they do, this tends to get out of control. So in order to bring everything back down, we look at our food, we look at our diet, we look at our exercise. Now you're going to push those knees out to the side. The long-term side effect of exercising regularly and eating well is that your disposition generally will be better if you cut down on smoking, cut down on drinking, drink more water, be mindful of your food. You'll find that your menopause symptoms will start to improve. Keep pulling the tummy in, pressing out to the side, relaxing, and hold it here. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. You're going to take this off. We're going back into abs. So this time you're going to take the legs further away from the midline of the body. I want you to lift the head up. Those of you that have neck issues, you're not doing the neck, you will be supporting the head like this. But those of you that are fine, as in you have no pressure coming through the neck, no neck issues, you're going to lift up and hold. Keep going for 20. That's it. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Relax it down, stretch it out. Take one leg down, breathe in and breathe out. Reach along the floor, flex the foot to even stretch the calf. Bring the leg in, take it up, hold it here, take hold of the leg, ease it in towards you. Make sure the other leg is pressing down onto the floor. Change it up, push it away. Bring it in and take it up, hold it here. Thank you for that, Pluto. Breathe in and breathe out, hold it there. Hold onto the leg, relax through the body. Keep the knees straight and draw the leg in towards you. Hold. Breathe in and breathe out. Take the arms to the side and drop. Slowly over to one side. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep the shoulders on the floor. Come back to the center. Same things. This is for your spine manipulation. Drop the legs over to one side. Look away from the knee and hold. Thank you. Come back to the center. Knees into the chest and hold it here. Roll around onto your side and come up. So the main thing for you to remember when it comes to working out in the menopause is to try and take down the intensity a little bit when you're doing your resistance training. And the reason for that is that we don't want to induce what's called oxidative stress. Oxidative stress will make you hold on to cortisol. So by doing low intensity exercise that causes progressive overload without stress to the body, you'll find that you'll start to lose weight because that cortisol, the fight or flight hormone, won't come into play so much. The other thing to remember with exercise is that HIIT training is also really good if it's separated out from the weights. It certainly helps with... Excuse me, that's my mat. Pluto, what are you doing? What are you doing? Pluto. 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 What are you doing? So remember, though HIIT training is great, just be aware of it not taking up too high intensity whereby you're going to induce that oxidative stress. Top tip, have a snack every 20 minutes, which will reduce the amount of cortisol being released in HIIT training. But again, a great tool for weight loss, as is your resistance training. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me for the Saturday workout. Don't forget to check out the menopauselifestylesolution.com or on Instagram at Menopause Lifestyle Solution.